am blown away right now. Coming to you live with breaking news on Skai Jackson, the girl who has been a Disney star her entire life, a Disney star that went out of her way to find a Pookie that's from the slums. Skai Jackson later became pen pals with this Pookie that's in jail, and then she went on to have his kids as he continued to stay in and out of jail. Guess what just happened? You would not believe it. They ended up putting hands on each other. There's DV allegations, and Skai Jackson had to get a restraining order. And also, he did not want her to keep that child, so he tried to convince her to drink bleach. Y'all, I would have never seen this coming. See, men are so scary and unpredictable, and this is why we have to stay away from all of them. We need to decenter men. Black women, this is why we gotta get away from these Kangs. He's the representation for how black men act. They are super violent. We need to divest. Do you see how they're always trying to trap these stars with a baby? Men are always going to try to trap women who are stars to stop them in their career. Like, despite Skai Jackson being a millionaire and having all this money and access to birth controls and stuff like that, I mean, we know what it's like to try to have men trap us. You can't really trust what they say. So it's like, even though he said online that he hates her guts and he's giving her bleach to get rid of the kid, sometimes men are just bad at communicating. You know what I mean? Men are just bad at communicating. So you can't really listen to him tell you, oh, I don't want you to have the baby. Here's some bleach. You know? We need to have more grace for Skai Jackson. We all used to be her age, and when we didn't see it coming at all. Like, you don't know what it's like to be manipulated and brainwashed. He's a narcissist that was probably love bombing her. God, this is just unbelievable. I would have never seen this happen as soon as she said that she, met him in jail. See, that's what y'all wanted me to say. But see, unfortunately, I'm not going to be beating the victim blaming or lack of empathy allegations because you're right. You're absolutely right. I don't have empathy. I don't. Girl, you're a celebrity. You're Skai Jackson. You went out of your way to go to the hood, to go to the projects. How did you even do this? You're literally Skai Jackson. Y'all want me to blame men all day and feel bad for you all day and coddle your poor decisions. What did I say? I say I watched women all my life go out of their way to go to the dumpster to find a baby daddy. And that is literally what Skai Jackson did. I refuse to do a channel pointing the fingers all day when it's like, use your head. We know there's bad men out there. Smart women are not supposed to leave their fame and high status and success, walk to the slums, and pick a baby daddy. Okay? That's in and out of jail. That's not what smart women are supposed to do. So, unfortunately, fine. I will fully accept whatever. I don't have empathy, whatever I'm victim blaming, and I am. Because why would you do that? Like, women like Skai Jackson, something about it is telling me she enjoys the feeling of being a victim. I do feel like some women are like that. They like the whole, oh my gosh, he put hands on me. Girl, you met him in jail. What else is he supposed to do? He's in and out of jail. He's a Pookie. He's a YN. His name is Yorkie Yorkie. He can't form a full sentence. Yes, he's gonna put hands on you. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't with these women. What? Oh, let me guess. Hold on. Let me guess. Let me guess, guys. She was young. Give her patience. Give her grace. Child, at 12 years old to avoid jailbirds that are in and out of jail for charges. Can we please stop? See, I will save my empathy for the women that got with the stand-up guy and then come to find out he's truly like a narcissist behind closed doors. Fine. But this situation, no, I'm not giving any empathy. No, I'm sorry. These nerdy looking sheltered women like the Skai Jacksons, the Holly Baileys, They don't have the much of a sex appeal like a Ruby Rose. They're always idolizing the hood. Did you peep how Skai Jackson, she had this hood accent? Before she started dating Yorkie, she had this hood accent. And I was like, where is this coming from? You've never lived in the hood a day in your life. You're Disney. You are on Band-Aid commercials. You're mad privileged. Where is this? Oh my god, girl, cuz where is this coming from? Like, it's so corny when people do that. It's so forced. So you can tell when she started doing that accent, it's like, oh shoot, there she goes, idolizing hood culture. I don't know why people do that. Pookies, if any little nerdy girl is listening to this, Pookies are nothing special. You are not missing out. I have never been with a Yorkie, a YN, a jailbird, and I don't feel like I've ever missed out. Do y'all ever stop to think, okay, why is this person in jail? A person being in jail, like in and out and in and out, is a huge red flag. That is a huge red flag of psychopathy. A lot of psychopaths, they literally can't feel guilt in their brain. And so that's why they're in and out of jail. A lot of sociopaths struggle with, feeling guilt. And that's why they stay in and out of jail, babe. If he did that to those other people, if he had no morals and stuff like that with other people, why on earth do girls turn around and expect this to be a stand up, loyal man that's going to be a good father? Like, come on. It's not just Skai Jackson. I said this all over my channel. I see women do this over and over and over and over. I've literally watched women do this my entire life. I know a girl right now, and you guys be using the young, she's young excuse. I knew women when I was young, and I would think this. I would think, you're dating this man that's in and out of jail, and he's a scammer. He's showing you he has no morals. So do you think that he's gonna be loyal to you and like just like, oh, they just can't be you? Like, there's a form of narcissism with women who think that. Like, they see this man as obviously bad and they think that they're like the special exception. No, you're not. The red pill men, is it kind of toxic to consume that content all day for men? Yeah. But are they right with a lot of their points? Yes! You chose him! You guys don't like that, but it's true. You chose him. When I took my L's, I looked in the mirror and I accepted that fact. Hey, I chose him. This whole victim blaming word, what is being a victim? What does that do for you? Most of you guys aren't victims. You did it to yourself, number one. Taking accountability is getting your power back. It's you taking power back over your life. It's you pulling yourself out of the victim role. No, Skai Jackson is not a victim. We don't feel bad. He's a YN. Skai Jackson, I have no grace to give you. None. You're a dummy. You're dumb. What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to make a video holding a YN Pookie, a jailbird, a guy that's like just done? He's done. He probably had a horrible upbringing. He's mentally done. He's gonna stay in and out of jail. Do you want me to do a video unpacking Pookies? No, I'm not gonna do it. As a woman, you're supposed to step over Pookies. You're supposed to ignore Pookies. Sometimes when I'm in the black community and I go to the corner store, I see Pookies. Do they try to holler at me? Sometimes. Do I sit there and entertain conversations? Heck no. I walk fast when Pookies are around. You know what I mean? I walk fast. Sometimes I call my man and I be like, hey, I need to call you because, I'm scared. It's a bunch of jailbirds around me. It's a bunch of scammers. And I walk super fast. That's what you're supposed to do as a woman. You're not supposed to stop and give them your number and date them. You guys want my channel to be the typical black woman channel where I'm talking about Pookies all day long and you know trying to get Pookies to see and understand. No, they're Pookies. They're not. Everybody on this earth is not going to be good, guys. It's your job as a woman to at least attempt to do your best to choose a good man. Okay? I'm not going to do a video holding evil people accountable. Evil people will always exist. They're not going anywhere. They make the world go round. I don't talk about how the world should be and oh, we should know. No, the world has been like this forever. And I talk about what you need to do to move around it. Skai Jackson, you made your bed. Some girls, they just have to get the YN, the Pookie experience out of their system. I don't know. I've never been there before. Some girls just got to get it out of their system. Be like a Ruby Rose and just leave with no kids. Why do you slow girls? Why do you always have to have kids? That's what really be getting us. You could have just got it out of your system since you're, oh my gosh, let me repeat. She's young or whatever. You could have just got it out of your system and left with no kids and probably pulled a Cassie. Pull a Cassie. Cassie, look at her now. You would have never guessed she went through what she went through with Diddy. There's no trail of kids and stuff like that. Oh, isn't she on like her second or third kid with her husband? Pull a Cassie. If you just have to date YNs, if you can't just resist, pull a Cassie or pull a Ruby Rose. Do not be like the Holly Baileys that are so slow and sheltered. They seriously take these men seriously and have kids by these men. Don't be like the Skai Jacksons. You're not missing out on anything besides trauma. What is with women's fascination with Pookie and them? You don't need to experience this. Okay? You don't. The only thing they're getting from this is trauma. That's it. And then you'll become the older woman that most men complain about. Oh, and that's another thing that red pill men ate. Okay? Older women do be bitter sometimes. They do. Not all of them, though. Like I said, I've met some older women with such a beautiful spirit. They're not haters, they're not envious, but a lot of them, they grow up to be jaded, bitter. I hate the world, I hate men because of situations like this. You just gotta get the YN experience out of your system. And all that's gonna give you is trauma that the next man has to deal with, okay? When you deal with these types of men, you're not going to like meet a good man and think that your baggage, your emotional baggage from dealing with the YNs won't spill over into the new relationship and you could potentially ruin the new relationship. Yes. Dealing with Pookies can give you a lifetime of trauma. Didn't you guys say she met him in jail? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You made your bed, go lay in it. And see, y'all want me to be gentle with women like this? No, I'm not. Because now, look at your child and look at the father that he has. Oh, and that's another thing. The whole conversation about, oh, can they be a good father but not a good partner? No! How many times have therapists heard children being traumatized by seeing their mom get hands put on them? That traumatizes the kids being around violence. Even if you're not directly hurting the kids, you're still hurting them because they love their mom. What the, who wants to watch their mom get slapped up? That would hurt me as if you're doing it to me. You might as well just do it to me. You're not going to get a reward for being a good father, but you're slapping up the mother. No, that's not how trauma works. Even witnessing events can cause PTSD and distort the brain and cause mental disorders later on in life when young kids are witnessing this. That's like my brother, because I love my brothers, I care about my brothers. That's like my brothers dating an abusive woman. And she goes, well, see, even though I am an abusive girlfriend, I'm a great sister in law to you. No, that's not how it works. A lot of you guys, when you start having conversations about like DV, you turn kind of like slow a little bit. I would say it's mainly from like the men. Men don't have good conversations around DV. Like, sure, they're good at holding the women accountable, but they're not good at holding the men accountable. I already told you guys, if you put hands on people, you need to go to jail. That's why this man is in and out of jail. He's already in jail. He'll be in jail in a few months. But I don't understand these videos of these people just so happy to defend abusive people. Don't get me wrong, this is not what this video is about. In no way, shape, or form am I saying, oh, she's lying, that didn't happen. There's levels to DV. I do feel like Skai Jackson probably was mutually putting hands on him. So I just want to point out real quick, just like what it reads on the screen. No, Skai Jackson was in headlines like last year or so for publicly putting hands on this same man that's putting hands on her. And allegedly she had got arrested or put handcuffs on her or something like that. Now I wasn't there to say who started it, but it seems like it's just a toxic relationship where they are hitting each other. So I just want to say that because I do believe that everyone should keep their hands to themselves. Okay? If he's putting hands on you, call the cops. So understand why men are so quick to jump to everything is just a lie because you got to realize like we're women, we don't deal with what it's like to date women, and a lot of men have been lied on. Okay, I've even met women that will lie about, you know, assaults and DV. I've caught women lying about that. So but it's not a reasonable thinking process to just automatically assume everyone is lying. I feel like men who do that, you need to get therapy to work that out. That's a very extreme way of thinking. And you know dang well there are people out there that put hands on people. I mean, half of you guys watched it happen to your mom. So I don't know why these same men be happy to run to the internet talking about everybody is lying. Cassie literally has a video out there and you still have psychotic people talking about she's lying. Please go sit down. None of them came online and exposed this information. The information was exposed from other people. The Skai Jacksons and stuff like that, they never came online with this information. The information got released, it got leaked. Same with Holly Bailey, same with Cassie. So we need to bring back like logic to the situation sometimes. I would never make a video talking about, oh, this person is not abusive. They're a good person. Underestimating people is so bold. I don't put nothing past anybody. I'm just saying, I won't put nothing past nobody. I don't care how nice they publicly present. Always remember that Ted Bundy publicly presented himself as nice. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to strongly disagree with those types of videos. That's just insane. And then their whole arguments be, well, no, he's a great guy. I work with him. Are you dumb? Do you not understand how this goes? Most people who do evil things behind closed doors, they're great in the public eye. Why are we acting like half of y'all, like I said, didn't watch your mom go through this same exact thing and then watch, I don't know, one of the parents, let's say the dad, go off and present himself like a great man at church. He probably was volunteering and feeding the homeless. Can you let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up that talking point, okay? The little rant that I just went on, I'm actually talking about the situation with DDG and all of the people acting like they know this man personally and that they're the ones sleeping with him behind closed doors. Okay, let's hang it up. Let's hang it up. Okay, back to Skai Jackson though. No, I'm fully aware that abusive people are alive and they exist. I don't know why people be getting on YouTube acting like abusive men aren't a thing. It just can't be a concept. What are you talking about? No, I'm aware there's evil people in the world. My purpose of this video was telling women, you can't change evil people. They're not going anywhere. You can barely hold these people accountable. You see they're in and out of jail. So wash your hands with them and keep it pushing. Move around them. When the Pookies try to get at you at the gas station, keep it pushing. That's what I'm saying. In no way, shape, or form am I saying this man shouldn't be held accountable. See, the younger generation, they're gonna have a hard time with these like words. Victim blaming, I think that's such a toxic word because come on, we have all been quote unquote victims, and anybody will tell you there's no empowerment in the victim position. So it's almost like a word for when you try to get the victim to see the steps that they took and where they went wrong in the situation, this victim blaming word, it comes in and it wants to almost like override the steps to get the person to reflect and not do it again and see where they went wrong and how they could avoid these situations. It's a dangerous and toxic word if you ask me. Victim blaming is a toxic word because I've been in situations and the only way I got out of it is when I looked in the mirror and took accountability. Okay? It's really not that deep. Can you relax? Some people really think life is a movie and like we're all just out to get them. No, we're just trying to give you your power back by letting you understand you're not a victim. This is how you ended up in this situation. You get it? And this is how you can avoid it next time. Okay? And it's not just me. People, I mean, I haven't really been called a victim blamer, but when I watch the other YouTube channels, they're getting called that. And, it's a harmful word. And y'all are going to see later on. So, yeah. Once again, like avoiding jailbirds, that's like basic 101 dating. And yeah, if you can't do that, you're probably mentally incompetent and you need to just probably, I'm serious, date with supervision. Okay, some countries still do that. There's places in India where the family is supervising who the daughter will marry and stuff like that. I don't see a problem with it because, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Some young people are slow when it comes to dating and they need parental supervision. Skai Jackson's mom is an enabler. She ain't ish. Every time you see people do problematic things, I can guarantee you, look at their parents and look at the way their parents enable them. Skai Jackson's mom was trying to shut everybody up because she chose a Pookie from the slums and she was cheering this nonsense on. I'm so happy that my mom would literally never. I'm happy that my mom was brutally honest and blunt. I, in no way, shape, or form, had an enabling, coddling type of mom. And I'm so happy because you have to understand these kids that grew up spoiled and the mom enables everything that they do, they literally go off to ruin their lives as adults. I'm gonna be honest with you, and you guys might disagree. That is the most toxic parenting style is enablers. My goodness, the amount of destruction that I've watched come from that from full grown adults. I was going to say it needs to be studied. It's already studied. Even psychologists are saying the same thing. I showed you guys the video of the psychologist. Literally, the title was like, I'm begging you guys to stop enabling your kids. No, me too. Because the result when they're an adult, they literally grow up to do the most idiotic things. I don't know which one is worse, abusing or enabling. I mean, it's both kind of the same thing, but you know what I mean. And it's like, Skai Jackson, you are way too pretty for this. She is such a pretty girl. She is literally everything visually that I preach on my channel. She looks super youthful, pretty nice skin complexion. She has pretty facial features, pretty hair, body tea. Her style is really nice. What's the point of looking good if you can't make good decisions? It's like the part of looking good, it's the privilege. It's the you get an advantage over other people with your decision making. It's like, what was the point? Could have gave the good looks to somebody else that knows what to do with it, that knows what spaces to get in. You know what I mean? That knows how to pick a good partner. Skai Jackson, if she wanted to, if she cut all this hood stuff out, this hood fantasy out, she could have literally got with some man with generational wealth, character, just a good man, basically. But no, she went to the slums and the projects and found Pookie. So my head hurts. Like it's literally throbbing. And, you know, that's all that I have for today's video. Once again, another unapologetic video. If you don't like what I said, go cry about it and unsubscribe. I don't care. We don't need any more channels talking about, oh my God, you ladies, you see what these men We don't need that. We need to empower women by letting women know situations like these can totally be avoidable. Okay, that's the true empowerment. Taking responsibility, the true empowerment. You can't control what the next person does. Unfortunately, you can't change the narcissist. They're already narcissists. It's permanent. You can't change the psychopaths, okay? They're already psychopaths. That's a permanent mental illness, mental disorder. So this is why I don't talk about changing them, because those people will forever be like that. Those psychopaths, they also go on to have kids and produce generations and generations of psychopathy. And this is why I said you can't change that. That is a DNA type of thing. You know what I mean? So evil people are always going to exist. It's like, what is the point in having a conversation about that? No, I have conversations telling women to try your best to move around these situations. Like when you come across obviously people that are just not doing well, they will forever be like that. So I try to help the people that can actually have an advantage of helping yourself, which is young women. I'm letting you know this doesn't have to be your destination. Every man ain't like this, okay? Make good decisions. It counts. It counts on the trauma that will be piled up, all of that. It counts for the children that you bring into this life. Some people just, they have to get the Pookie fantasy. I don't know what it is, the Pookie fetish or whatever. Don't bring kids into the situation because you were hot in the pants and had a fetish. Okay? That is so unfair to the children. Protect the kids. I read the report that Skai Jackson made, and I want you guys to keep in mind this is not a situation where it's like, oh, he's just putting hands on her. No, she's aggressive as well. She's been caught. uh, Allegedly, I think she got arrested. She got arrested for putting her hands on him in public. So this is just a toxic relationship where they both put their hands on each other, the same way with Holly Bailey and DDG. So yeah, it's not one of those where it's just only him. No, she's also the aggressor as well. So I just want you to know that before I read what she said. So I'm just gonna skim through it. It said on April, it looks like 13th of 2024. She's writing down what happened. She said, he verbally and physically abused her. DeAndre, that's her baby daddy, slammed me into a wall, choked me, punched a hole in my wall, put scratches on my neck, and almost punched me in the face. He then pushed me into clothing racks, slammed my head into the wall, ooh, and destroyed my room, which I have photos proof of. You hear that, guys? I'm so tired of every time this comes out, people say the person's lying. Skai Jackson never brought this to the internet. People exposed this information, as well as the Holly Baileys and stuff like that. So we can wrap up the whole, there's hardcore evidence, even with Cassie, hardcore evidence, videos. And you have like slow, low IQ people talking about it's a conspiracy theory and they're lying. Please, please, please. I mean, these are professionals that are dealing with cases like this. They usually know what they're talking about when they issue these, you know. So we can wrap that talking point up. This definitely did happen. It's more so a matter of like, you know, I get the question of what she did, and that's why I told you guys Skai Jackson is also very aggressive. So I just want to just make that known. So yeah, I'm just skimming through. She said, I have photo proof and I called my best friend to show her what happened. This is what Skai Jackson wrote, I believe. Let's see. It says, give dates or estimates of when it happens. She wrote multiple times in May, June, July, August, September, and October of 2024. So it says, describe how the person abused you or your children. Date of abuse, October 25th. DeAndre threatened to show up to my house and threatened to delete me while I was pregnant because I asked him to go to therapy. I have this on audio recording. Okay. So yeah, it's just a bunch of incidents that she's writing down from each month. So it said DeAndre was mad that my mother filed a restraining order against him. He got in my face, tried to hit me, and told me he will have his cousin Mark come and delete my mom. He also demanded that I stay in the house and not leave since I ruined his day. He called me the B word multiple times, including my mother. I have audio recording. He threatened to have his cousin come and pow pow my mom. Okay, so let's see. And so it says, so she's trying to order him to not post anything about her on social media as he threatened to blackmail me and release revenge corn. Wow. I also do not want him posting any photos of my son, as we had an agreement that we will not post his face online, nothing on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok. Also ordered family and friends not to post, including his mom, okay, and other family members who threatened and harassed her before. Okay, so it also says DeAndre assaulted me while I was holding our son on Mother's Day 2025. He grabbed me by my hair, slammed my head on the back seat window of my car, and hit me in the face while holding my son. DeAndre caused me to have a bloody nose. I don't feel safe with my son because being around him due to his violent history. He also said F my child. Wow, that's very hurtful. Okay, so I don't want to keep reading this. You get it. Okay, I'm seeing choke, spit my face, threaten to delete. Okay, so he's doing everything under the sun. This was very difficult for me to read. As you can see, I'm like kind of just struggling. Like I typically read faster, but it's just hard reading details like that. Violence is just not a joke to me. I take it seriously. And there's way more pages that you can check out yourself. I just wanted to just read a couple of pages of what Skai Jackson wrote. And this is actually a blind reaction of me reading this. So I did not read this before I made the video. This was hard to read, especially hearing that the child was kind of in the way of certain altercations. She's holding the child while this is happening. That breaks my heart. The child has to hear that, oh, you were young and you had to learn on their behalf. No, learn on your own behalf. Okay, learn on your own behalf. Once you bring a kid into the world, now you've signed up to be an adult, and adults have to be responsible for the decisions that they make. Okay, so now my concern goes to the child. That's what you signed up for. I'm so tired of these women going, oopsies, well, I was young. And I hate when they do that and there's a kid involved. These poor children. These poor freaking children. All because mommy was young. Oops. Sorry, I gave you a father from jail. Oops, I was young. Oops. Miss me with that. I'm so tired of that. I really am. So, in conclusion, typically when you see women date degenerate men, that's because she is his equal. Okay? Skai Jackson, she looks innocent, but she puts on this like, ooh, I love the hood so much personality. Okay? And yeah, somebody said she is a YN dude or whatever. Yeah, she is. Same with Holly Bailey. Same thing. Holly Bailey, you hear her talk? She's just like DDG. You guys be saying DDG is toxic, controlling, jealous. Holly Bailey is the same thing. And when you put those two parties together, it causes chaos. It causes explosion. You get DV allegations. So I feel like he ain't ish and she ain't ish. Poor child, because both of his parents is trash. Alright, let's see what the public has to say. That's it for my commentary.
Skai Jackson is a YN. She is a yerky yerky. If y'all don't remember her controversial past where she was talking slick at the mouth, but she really not about that life. She's one of them suburban girls that be fly at the mouth with the girls that's actually in the streets and about that life. And then until it comes to her front door, now she's running, or she runs to her mom, or she runs to the law. Now, I'm so proud of Skai Jackson for standing up for herself and not tolerating his BS yerky yerky anymore. But I'm not going to act like she's so innocent in this situation because she has idealized hood YNs. And now she's paying the cost for it. And have a baby by one. I mean, he is a certified hood booker. Like, I remember her getting into it with Bad Baby over young boy NBA, whatever his name is. And y'all know how hood he is. You gotta stop idolizing the roughness and the excitement and adrenaline rush of these type of boys and YNs, because
nobody is surprised by this. And I'm gonna say right now, I don't feel fucking bad at all. She's dating a felon. Like, I don't... They reporting this like we supposed to feel bad. LaGhetto Ball goes by yerky in the streets. She shouldn't even have been in this situation. Like, what the fuck? Anybody defending this stupid shit is stupid. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's nothing to talk about. I'm not even trying to, like, hate, but let's be honest, bro. She did not care about her future. You chose to date a felon that you met that was in jail that was your pen pal. Like, okay, I don't feel bad about this at all. He was literally on Facebook describing that he was okay with DV. Like, we could go back and forth. I don't feel bad. I don't at all. He was literally known to be a menace to society. That's why he was in jail. This is not news that needs to be reported. I'm going to be honest. Skai Jackson's downfall is like literally deserved. She doesn't have to be in none of these situations. How did you were a Disney star and somehow ended up with a felon? That don't even compute in my mind.
Skai Jackson is shaking, and I literally hate this situation for her. Now, it took me so long to do this story because I had to go get my lashes done because I wanted to look good before I cussed y'all out. Okay? Well, Skai Jackson and her baby daddy, Yerky, have now gotten to enough of a domestic situation that she has a restraining order. Allegedly, there been a domestic situation this entire time. We've seen her on camera hitting him. And I guess behind the scenes, he was yanking her up. So there's a lot to this story. Let's talk about it. I have to start out with the facts that this young man, Yerky, DeAndre Bergen, who is Skai Jackson's baby daddy, has always hated her. I was like, maybe I need to show y'all the receipts firsthand. He said on WAP, I'm Saudi. I got this dumb A Disney bee pregnant. I hate this bee. Okay? He said this, tweeted him from his page. Skai Jackson and her mama tried to come behind and act like he did not say that. They posted this. Skai said his page was hacked. He never said this. End of story. Then the mama said, he never said this. Stop being messy. Not only did he say that, do you know that he came out on his own page and said, I absolutely said it. I cannot stand her. My page was not hacked. I genuinely don't like you. So do you see the disconnect here? There's a delulu going on in Skai Jackson's mind for that man to directly write that to the world. I hate her. I hate her. She's like, no, he don't. Because you guys understand, before this Mother's Day post, she recently posted a picture with him. And we were like, she back with her baby daddy. He out of jail. Me, that they had a real bond. He really took her on dates. He really cared about her. From the reports that I'm gathering, they're saying that every time he would get into with his baby mama, he has 2 other children. Some reports were saying he had 7 kids, but most of them were saying 2 before hers. That he would send pictures of Skai and him and stuff like that to his baby mama, antagonizing her. So not only does he not like you, told the world he doesn't like you, he used you as a pawn to throw in the face of his baby mama, which shows me that's who he really likes. That's what he really's got feelings for. He's telling the world he can't stand you, but like, yeah, look at my new chick, trying to make another girl jealous. He wants to arouse feelings out of her. He likes his other baby mama. He does not like Skai Jackson. Now, I have a verbal receipt that we're going to play at the end of this of him talking about how he was not really feeling her. But the incident that happened to where Skai Jackson got a restraining order, everybody's talking about it on Mother's Day. He choked her, threw her to the ground, and put his hands on her while she was holding her baby and, assaulted her. But when she was pregnant, he took her to the car at knife point, allegedly, and told her she wanted her to drink bleach. So after you had this baby, Cassie, you decided to post him like you still liked him, like you still wanted him. But he then held you at knife point, wrote that he don't like you, came on live and said he don't like you, sent us up to the baby mama. I know for a fact he's never took this lady on a trip. He's never done anything for this lady romantic. I know he ain't put no picnic on the beach for this lady. I'm going to prove to y'all that how much he could not stand her from jump, that Skai Jackson got with a man that hated her. He hated her. And y'all have to stop doing this. Y'all have to stop doing this. Now, some women are tricked. Some men will come in and romanticize you, and you'd be like, wow, he really tried to sweep me off my feet just to harm me. But this right here, I don't think that was that. So let's listen to the words of Yerky Yerky coming up next.
He literally said that he's good for DV. And I think this was before she got pregnant. Who knows? Do you see how a lot of these men make it so obvious who they are in some situations? Okay? How more obvious can he be? If it's not his track record, if it's not literally him saying, I'm good for DV, we can both go to jail, I must be smiling in my mugshot. Come on, girl. And you seriously want me to do a, oh, the poor little baby is so sorry, you so young. You so young, Skai Jackson. No, I'm not. So, yeah. Go play the video back from the beginning and you'll see why I kind of like was acting in the beginning of the video, because that's how ridiculous some people look on their channel. And I'm just showing you guys what you guys look like. So that's it. I'll catch you guys soon. Yeah, this is crazy because I was thinking like, low key, is she copying Holly Bailey or something? Because I don't know. It's like right after Holly did it. They're both Disney stars or whatever. You know what I mean? But anyways, bye guys. Comment your thoughts below.